I feel like the camera's going to blow straight off into the...
It could do. It's incredibly windy. That's the Crofton Beam Engines.
it's going.
It's quite windy. Ophelia, the hurricane, has gone in and hit Ireland, apparently, or is about to hit Ireland. And here at the Crofton Beam Engines, which is that thing over there I point at with my head, it's ridiculously windy. The sky has gone the color of weak urine, or possibly strong tea. We're getting bursts of wind, which is good fun. There is an Apache helicopter overflying us occasionally, which leads me to believe we might be shot at soon.
I'm really glad we decided not to cruise today.
Yeah. So tomorrow it's supposed to be windy with rain.
No, it's not. It's just rain.
Okay.
I've decided. So yeah, completely different day to yesterday.
Yeah.
Completely different weather.
Yeah.
And I don't think cruising today would be fun.
No, it's really, really gusty. Still will not be able to see Crofton Beam Engines because the Crofton Beam Engines are closed for the season.
Yeah, they close at the end of September. So when we pass in September,
we should have gone and seen it. Otherwise, there's like one day coming up in the
next week, actually.
Next week or something,
yeah.
Like next Sunday, but we will be that way. So, too bad. Return trip at some point down the K&A just to see the beam engines, no doubt.
We're just leaving Crofton Beam Engines. We've been here for 2 nights on the 2-day moorings. Really nice mooring, really love it here. It's quite remote. We're moving on hopefully to Hungerford today via Great Bedwin. We're going to stop for breakfast in Great Bedwin. Michael's just been down to the lock and there's actually an inspector there and he needs to drop the lock. So he said if we can go right now, then he'll drop the lock with us in it. So that's a bonus. So we better get going. It's turning out to be a really beautiful morning. We've done 3 locks and there's one more before Great Bedwin. And I'm starving, so hopefully we're going to stop and get some breakfast. And as usual, George is loving life.
We're in Great Bedwin.
We've done the first 4 locks. Water levels up here are still really bad. Like we saw so many boats like grounded.
Literally ground. I think it was the first lock we went through. There was an inspector there who's actually looking at it. And then we got into the pound and I was like, whoa, the water level's really low. Like
you had to just stay down the middle. And
and really carefully because there was stuff like literally beside me on both sides. Like there was only a channel maybe a foot wider than the boat.
Yeah, and George was just running along like the side of the canal, like in where the water should have been.
Yeah, and he wasn't, he was on mud.
He wasn't even paddling.
Yeah. And then we went the next couple and they were sort of okay, and then the locks were leaky, but then we came into just
the one
above Church Lock.
Yeah, lock 64.
The one that was repaired before.
When we got stuck before, and there's so many boats just like
lying at horrible angles.
And now we've got 10 more locks to do. I think it's about 5 hours, 4.5, 5 hours.
This is going to be a long day.
To get to Hungerford, so we should get going.
Yeah. This is the caller that broke and left us nearly on our inside. They've added in these plates and pins to poured some new concrete. But the old stuff's still cracked up. It's going to break again.
We can see it's been mended, as Michael was explaining. Well, we don't like this lock and we're not stopping. We're carrying on.
Just came out of what I believe is Foxfield Bottom Lock. We've met up with Ozzy, the diesel boat, and been just sort of by accident. He held a lock for us, so that's making our progress actually faster than we thought it would be, which is great, because we were slower than we thought it would be earlier. Still no rain, although apparently Ophelia's remnants are supposed to dump on us at some point today. Hopefully not now.
Okay, so it's pretty cold today in Hungerford, and we've lit our multi-fuel stove for probably the 4th time. We haven't had many fires because it's been too warm. For my birthday I got given this contraption, which is to cook jacket potatoes on top of the stove, and we've decided we want to have jacket potatoes, but we don't have any. So I'm off to get some and then come back, and then hopefully we'll have jacket potatoes or baked potatoes for dinner.
On our lovely burning fire, I have put a Mr. Kipling pie of unknown contents. It could be apple and blackcurrant, it could be cherry. But anyway, it's here to warm up. We also have this lovely potato heater. So what's better than a jacket potato? A crispy jacket potato cooked on top of your wood burner or multi-fuel stove. Hot plate is not required, simply sits on top of your stove. Basically use the surface heat, which in turn transfers to the cast iron pod. The pod gets hot and evenly cooks your jacket potato. The time taken to cook your potatoes is very variable, as it depends on how hot your fire is burning. We generally put some on the showroom stoves around 9 a.m. and they are perfectly done by lunch. Lightly oil your baked potato and place inside the BBC until cooked. You may turn over during cooking if required. So we need 2 oiled potatoes, please. Transferring pie to plate. Damn. Mr. Kipling, surprise pie number 1. Probably cherry. We flip. Thing isn't quite narrow enough. Lovely shiny.
Do they feel soft?
Sad times. No baked potatoes. Maybe sometime tomorrow afternoon or the next day, baked potatoes.
We're having beans on toast.
Beans on toast with cheese.
Because that's what we got ready for the potatoes that aren't ready. It's raining.
Like totally rainy day. Shouldn't say. Damn it. Like a poopy rainy day.
It's raining a lot.
And it's probably going to get worse. Thank you, Ophelia.
We've got 9 miles to do, 11 locks.
Soaking wet to Newbury.
No, Newbury's like not that far. I thought we were going to Newbury.
Newbury. That's the word I was looking for.
We can stop at Newbury.
If there's room at Newbury.
We'll see how we feel when we get. We'll see how we feel when we get to Newbury.
Yeah.
Kintbury. We've had a very rainy trip down here from Hungerford. There's not much footage because of the rain, and also because I actually drove us through 2 of the locks, so I wasn't filming anything. Last time we were in Kintbury, it was chock-a-block with boats, but I think there's 2 boats in the mooring other than us today, so just shows what a difference it is from September to October, because it was just over a month ago that we came through the other way. And Michael's just set the lock down there for us, so we're about to head off. I think it's about 4 hours to get to Newbury, which is where we should be able to moor tonight. George's work.
Right, so we're at Newbury Wharf, and the leftovers, remnants of Atlantic storm Brian, we somehow got from Ophelia to Brian. I'm not sure what happened. Anyway, are battering us about a bit. So
a bit windy, but it
is windy.
We're gonna go anyway.
So on we go to Thatcham and Monkey Marsh.
About the bad quality lighting, Michael won't let us film outside.
Because it's freezing. We are at
Thatcham.
That's the word. So we came down from Newbury Wharf today.
This vlog started on Monday and it's now Saturday, so it's a really quite a long vlog in a way, but then we didn't film that much for a number of reasons. Today is the day of Storm Brian, so it was a bit touch and go whether we're even going to go out.
Yeah, we started off this morning and it was gusty, but it was sort of high level gusty, you could see it up in the trees, but the water was fine.
Yeah,
and,
quite still, yeah.
And then we got moving and we were in a fairly sheltered kind of area. And then we got to the long cut and there's nothing on the right hand side. There's no shelter. So all of a sudden the wind's just slamming me.
And then towards the end of that, there's the heaviest swing bridge in the world.
And then we came down to, the actual stop, right above Monkey Marsh Lock, where there was somebody coming out from inside, and I had to pull to the side to sort of get out of their way, and found myself a wind vane. It's really interesting. These boats are, very large, and they present kind of a fairly large surface area to the wind if you're kind of across from them, and when you've got the wind coming at you from behind, they'll actually turn you over and over and over again. And I came through this one corner and I'm like, great, that tree's blocking me from the side, but then the gust came from behind, and all of a sudden I'm just sort of going wherever the wind wants me to. And then Monkey Marsh itself was just, I love this lock. It's so cool. It's you just sort of descend, and there's this bubbling forest building up around you. It's like you're in a draining swamp. It's quite interesting.
The other thing that we've been doing this week has been trying to cook some potatoes in our posh potato oven on top of our stove, and so far they've had 3 nights and they're still hard. So we're going to give in tonight and go and get chips.
Yeah.
I don't think, like, we haven't had the fire on for long each night, to be fair, and we've only got it really hot for like an hour or so.
Yeah, and I think we need like 11.
Thank you for watching. We've now got 6 days to get to Reading and off the Kennet and Avon, so it should take 2 days. So
Yeah,
we should be fine.
We've decided that it'll be windy with just rain.
No, I said it won't be windy.
No rain.
No, rain, but not wind. What's wrong with you?
Apparently she's a weather goddess. The camera is definitely not getting the kind of color shift, which is too weird. We might have to kind of color correct it to try and
Reproduce.
reproduce vaguely. Like, it's really warm toned and
Orangey yellow.
orangish color, and you said it might be something called the Sahara Sands.
I'm going to go make curry.
She's gonna make curry.
Do you want Thai green or do you want chickpea?
Thai green.
We had been recommended. My hair looks really stupid. We had been recommended.
You don't have any.
That wasn't stupid.
Mr. Pibbs.
Kipling.
Mr. Kipling. We also have this lovely potato heater, or baked potato cooker, or jacket potato warming thing. Set the BPC, this is the BPC, on top of your stove for at least 2 evenings when the stove is being used before cooking for the first time. I think they meant cooking. This is recording. So, we have lost audio. We're just going to record on here. So we are at...
God, I look awful.
We are at God Awful. We're at Newbury.
Oh God, I look so awful.
You really don't. You look beautiful. And there's a tropical storm. Well, not tropical. It's
Definitely not
North
tropical.
Atlantic storm. And just below Monkey Marsh Lock, which is the nice soft-sided lock that's a historical oddity. And
Ancient monument.
that's the one.
We were travelling from Hungerford to Newbury, and I was actually doing some driving for a change, so that meant that nothing got filmed because Michael didn't film anything, and I was too busy driving to film anything.
Yeah, and I probably could have filmed something, except for I was too busy chasing the dog.
Working out how hard it is to be the person on the towpath looking after the dog and doing the locks, and he realised that I had the harder job all this time.
We have a tropical...
Not a tropical.
We have a non-tropical storm to wait out, which has blown our chimney
Hat.
hat? The conical thing